All right, Monte here. Shadle, geometry. First week of school after we get our computers, we want to learn about online geometry. Most importantly, probably Thursday or Friday, we're going to have what's called a Mathia day. So let's get started. First thing I want you to do is go find the internet. Once you find the internet, type in Spokane Public Schools. Once you get to Spokane Public Schools, the secret to success is digital tools. Boom. When you get to digital tools, we're interested in Clever. That is the portal that holds everything that for our online work. So we're going to click on Clever. Now, I've already logged in. Your Clever login is your email address. Last name, last 4 digits at sps81.org. Password is going to be your 8-digit birthday. Same with Monte. All right. Now, the first time you get to Clever, scroll around. I'd like you to take a few moments and just look at these things. There's all sorts of icons. Now, these are favorites, so I'm not going to focus on them. Scroll around. You'll see some neat stuff for resources that added for you. Got our social and emotional and our character strong for our advisory. Blackboard. Okay? Blackboard is where all of your classes are held. Okay? And when you go to Blackboard, we'll do this on a different day, you're going to actually see Geometry A with Monte. And there's a video tutorial for everything we do in this class. Seriously. The goal is 3 video tutorials for everything you have to learn. We'll do that on a different day. Now let's scroll down until you find the Math button. There it is, Math. Carnegie Learning. That's the name of our textbook. Okay? Carnegie Learning. All right? So now we've got Carnegie Learning and Mathia. So go ahead and click on the Carnegie Learning icon, and it's going to log in. Okay? Now, this one looks a little different because I'm the teacher. But right there, that's where we can find the textbook online with resources and Mathia. So our assignment this week is to go and click on Mathia. Boom. Once you click on Mathia, it's going to take a moment to open, and it always takes a little longer the first time you do it. Okay? You know where you're located because there's a Let's Go button. Well, this week our job is to try to complete the workspace for getting started. Okay? So let's click. Boom. Now the key to success with Mathia is to understand what the question is and know how to answer the questions. Okay? So we're going to be talking about getting started, how to use the tools, how to ask for help, and mastery. So let's click, let's go. Alright, so now there's a video. No problem. Let's watch the video.
Can you describe the route you take to get from home to school? What about the route you take from home to a friend's house? Can you remember all the banks, restaurants, and all the other places along that route? Maybe you have a pretty good memory, but think about this. Taxi drivers in Oregon memorize about 320 routes, 25,000 streets, and nearly 20,000 places of interest that people might want to go. They study for years to pass a single taxi driving test. Scientists have discovered that these London taxi drivers have a larger than normal hippocampus, which is a part of the brain devoted to memory, spatial navigation, and learning. So, as people learn more and more, parts of their brain can grow. This is true for you too. Your brain grows as you explore, study hard, ask for help, make mistakes, and learn that.
Okay, so you watch a video, then we go over here. Taxi drivers have to memorize 320 routes and blank streets. Did you catch it? If you didn't, just rewatch it because that's how this works. I think it was 25,000. Boom. Click, and it liked it. Why do London taxi drivers have large hippocampuses? Okay, that's the frontal lobe in the brain. And they have lots of practice remembering a lot of locations. They're born that way. The London streets are busy. Very popular. Practice, practice, practice. Okay? Okay. Important part of learning. Try to click on the hints above. Okay? There's a hint button. Always feel free to click on the hints. as you study and do math and ask for help, make mistakes, your brain will grow. Yes, it can hurt, but it's going to grow, okay? Just like when we lift weights. The more we lift, the bigger our muscles get. All right, once you've answered everything, click I'm done. Boom. And you're going to notice how we move across these bubbles. All right, there's a lot of different ways you can learn, answer questions in workspaces, work through Mathia will help you learn. Okay, we have animations, explore tools, step by step, and worked examples. Use the tools, pay attention, read and follow directions, go through the step by step if there is one. Don't be afraid to use pencil and paper and take notes. All right, I can learn by following a worked example. This is an example which shows me one or more ways I can solve a problem. I can learn by watching a short animation about the concept as I watch. I can learn by playing with the Explorer tool, which is a worked example. Interactive model. Let's try interactive model. Oh, cool, got it right. True or false? I should go through the step-by-step. Always try the step-by-step because it shows you, like in this problem, this is where you got to click. All right? I should never use pencil. No. We love to take notes. Okay? Click on done. And we're going to move on. All right. So you can see we're making space. Let's see. There's a lot of different ways you can demonstrate what you've learned. Here are some tools you may come across. Classification, graphing, interactive diagram, interactive worksheet, proof, solver. All right. So read about the different tools in learning a Mathia, then answer each question. I can use an interactive worksheet to enter information into a table. I can use the blank tool to sort. Enter the solver, the drag and drop. Interactive worksheet. An interactive worksheet lets you enter information. The correct answer is classification. Okay, so we'll go back over here. We read classification. Okay, drag and drop. I can select operations to evaluate expressions using the solver tool. Not all of the problems have solver tools. I can use the graphing tool to interact with a graphing tool number line. Cool. True or false? I do not use false. I need to read and follow. Yes. Okay, and there we go. So this is our first assignment. So I'm just going to keep going. If you don't need this, don't watch it. If you do, keep going. All right. When solving a problem, answering a question, always do your best first and see if you get the correct answer. If you're still stuck, you got the step-by-step, the glossary, the sample problem, and there's always hints. Okay? So select the hints. Text formatting like this tells you exactly what was highlighted. When do hints affect my skills? Okay, good news is a hint is a free after you make a mistake. In other words, your skill won't go down twice. Answer history. All right, when doing a problem, you should look up the term, do the best to see if you get it correct. What word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? All right, so hopefully you work with your elbow partner and figure this out. Okay, now, unfortunately, I've seen this every year, so I know the answer. What word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? You ready? Short. Now, whenever you type, you have to hit the enter button. Boom. All right. Try answering this question at least twice before asking a hint. I am thinking of an animal whose name starts with the letter E. I am thinking of a letter whose E. So let's go elephant. Elephant starts with an E, but that isn't the animal I'm thinking of. Okay, so now we got to clear the mechanism. How about an emu? An emu starts with E, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. Oh man, so now I missed it twice. Now we're going to click on a hint. Okay, and take at least 2 guesses before getting any more hints. We've already tried twice. Okay, and I'm thinking of ermine. An ermine. What's an ermine? All right. For this question, type in strawberry. All right, let's keep going. Okay, now, there is a math tool right here. So enter the number 5. 5, enter. Now, you can actually enter equations right in here. 3 plus 2. Now, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. 4 times 2. 4 times 2. 16. Divide. Divide is the slash mark. Isn't that cool? Enter the number in an expression that equals 8. Two things, any expression. 4 plus 4. Okay, now fractions. 1/2 as a fraction. 1/2. Decimal, 0.5. Okay, enter this number round to the hundreds. Now, if you're not a decimal person, 1 decimal is tenth, 2 decimal is hundredth. Okay, so 6.24. Cool. I'm done. Let's keep going. Actually, that was 11 minutes. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just keep going. Watch, use, read all. Video, explore, worked examples. Mathia has, there are 2 kinds of workspaces. 2. Okay? Concept builder. Okay? Mathia, you need to only look at the example. Only look at the example. Just watch the first 10 seconds. Read all the examples. Okay? To the concept builders, you need also to watch all the videos and use all of the explore tools. Okay? Alright, here we go. Now, progress. Okay? We can click up here and we see our progress. Okay? How we're working, what we need to work on, what we need to focus on. Okay? So, keep that in mind. Alright? In the mastery, so you'll see 2 different types of those. Okay? The progress meter shows your progress in the course, the amount of time you've been working, the amount of time you have completed the workspace, the number of hints. Progress in the course. The progress meter is specific to this workspace, not the whole course. So, in this workspace. The skill dial in the every workspace. In the workspaces where you commit a mastery. See, the mastered workspaces. You complete a workspace when you complete a set number of problems. You master the skills. Okay? What? What? You complete a set and master the skills. Okay. Click, and we're almost done with today's lesson. Alright, so learning in the brain. Did you know? Okay, piano players' brains are bigger in regions responsible for finger movements. Athletes' brains are bigger in areas that control hand-eye coordination. That's because the more time you spend, the more practice you spend, the bigger your muscles get. When you practice math, parts of your brain used for math will grow. Once the brain grows, doing math will become easier. Yeah, I like that. We're done. Okay? Click. That was hard work. Did you know that learning a new skill at a try before increases the size of your brain? Alright, so now we have completed the first week's assignment, the getting started. Hopefully that was enjoyable for you. Hopefully this video helped you. Next week, we're actually going to start geometric thinking. See you next week.